Hey everybody, it's me, Susan Tisdale, and this is just going to be a very short little video because it is a very fluid situation. There's a lot going on with this, but this involves twins out of, I believe, Houston, Texas, who escaped basically a house of horrors. I'm going to share and read you this article. A mom and her boyfriend have been arrested after allegedly forcing teen twins to be handcuffed and drink urine, police said. The 16-year-old twins escaped the home where they endured the horrific conditions on Tuesday morning, finding refuge with a neighbor who then called the cops. This is their home. This is their mother, Zakiya Duncan. This is their mother's boyfriend, Jova Terrell. If you look closely at this poor baby, now these are 16-year-old twins, a boy and a girl. You can see the marks from the handcuffs in this picture. Right here. You can see the scars. The twins ran from a Cypress, Texas home and went door to door through the neighborhood, pleading for help for half an hour while barefoot and shivering. Eventually, a woman in a nearby home answered her door and let them in. They were so skinny and so frail. The woman who took the twins in told the outlet they just looked like they'd been through a lot. They told me that their mom kept them locked in the laundry room, naked, zip-tied from the ankles, and handcuffed from the wrist. The woman said the twins told her they didn't know the address of the house they ran from because they hadn't lived there long and hadn't been outside recently. The woman fed the twins, gave them blankets, and called Harris County Constable's Office Precinct 5. By the time the deputies found the house to investigate, Zakiya Duncan, her boyfriend Jova Terrell, and the twins' 6 siblings, including an 18-year-old, were gone. An Amber Alert was then issued for the 5 children between the ages of 7 and 14. It was found that the family previously lived in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and they have family there. Jeff McShann, spokesman for the Harris County Constable Precinct, told the U.S. Sun. The mom and her boyfriend were later arrested on fugitive charges in Baton Rouge on October 18th, according to an appearance bond form obtained by the U.S. Sun. Their mother and mom's boyfriend are in custody and will be brought back to Harris County. McShann said the 18-year-old child of Duncan was with the couple when Louisiana police arrested them. So the 5 kids that were part of the Amber Alert were still missing, but I'm told they've all been found now. They were found at a family member's home and they were deemed to be safe. I'm not sure I buy that. The adult child might have left. I think he may have taken off in the car. The 2 twins who ran away from the Texas home are still in the hospital and will likely be there for a while. They were drinking Clorox. They were drinking urine. They may have to have surgery because of old broken bones that have healed on their own. He said the surgery the twins may need involves breaking their bones that have healed incorrectly or incompletely and get them back in the right order. The twins also have other health issues as a result of their abuse. Because they allegedly had drank Clorox and urine, they have to be checked out internally, which will cause them to spend a good amount of time in the hospital's care. Both twins are currently in CPS custody. How sad is this? I mean, it's just really sad. We're going to share another screen, a video that shows the twins escaping from their home. I don't even know how it can be called a home.
The twins are seen on this ringtone video. The girl is holding a pair of handcuffs. The homeowners are away in Dallas.
You need some help?
Yes. Can you please let us in, please?
What's wrong with it? What? What happened?
We just need somewhere to be right now.
Do you notice this poor girl can't even stand up straight? She's 16. These do not look like 16-year-old children. They look like babies.
No, we can't do that.
The twins also showed up at this man's door.
And I spoke to them. I didn't open the door. It was like, oh, so what can I do for you? And they were like, please, we need a place to sleep. And I was like, no, I don't know you, so please get off my property. And they left.
The twins are now in CPS custody getting treated at a hospital. They told police that they had been handcuffed. On Monday, their mother, 40-year-old Zakiya Duncan, and her 27-year-old boyfriend, Joe Bottero, and 5 boys ranging in age from 7 to 14 were all subject of an Amber Alert.
Now, to me, this is a nice home. This doesn't look like a crack house. It doesn't look like a hoarder house. It doesn't look like a dump, at least not from the outside. Not sure if y'all remember the Turpin children from several years ago. What were there, like 13 of them, something ridiculous like that? They lived in abject squalor. That's all there was for that. But this, to me, looks like a really nice house.
The couple was arrested in Louisiana. The 5 boys are with relatives. According to court documents, Duncan has been convicted of injury to a child in Baton Rouge. Court documents from 2012.
So these are court documents. 2 bruises on the left side of the upper torso, bruises and abrasion right hip, bruise between the center of the back between the shoulder blade, and bruising on the buttocks. The medical staff believe the burns were consistent with being submerged in hot water. The victim was admitted to Our Lady of the Lake Pediatric Unit. I believe this was a child. This was a baby. The affiant states they attempted to contact the defendant at her residence. The affiant states upon arrival they found a 20-month-old infant wrapped up in clothing with his hands bound under the clothing. The only other person in the residence at the time was a 4-year-old male sibling who binds the hands of a 20-month-old baby.
In Baton Rouge State, she submerged a 5-year-old child in hot water, causing serious burns. Police say they found a 20-month-old infant wrapped in clothing with his hands bound. The document states Duncan and her then boyfriend made the victim do push-ups for an hour and forced the child to sleep on a closet floor. Boards were placed in front of the closet door to keep the victim from escaping.
Okay, here's just my personal opinion. I hope they go to prison for this. I hope they spend a lot of time in prison for this. And I hope that they are forced to do push-ups every frickin' day.
And stealing food from the kitchen. Duncan was on probation from 2013 to 2020.
What do you think about this?
It's heartbreaking, it's pathetic, and I think it's satanic.
It's just the whole thing. The whole thing is just sad. The entire ordeal is just heartbreaking. I'm going to be doing a lot more research on this. I'm going to try and get the court documents that the son had. I have so many questions. The incident where she submerged the 5-year-old in the hot water, that was 10 years ago. So our oldest child, who is now 18, he would have been 10 years old at that time, or 8 years old at that time. My question is, were the children then taken away and put into protective custody? And what, if they were, what did the mother have to do to gain custody back? Those are my 2 major questions right now. Those are the 2 things I want answers to. This is very fluid. This is just breaking. And I hope to bring you more on this as I get the information. And if you all have information on this, you can just send me a quick email over at crimewatchwithsusan@gmail.com. Thanks.